Greetings YouTube and Facebook friends and fans. Area 51 Rider here. I am on my way into Project Faultless. Project Faultless was a underground nuclear test that was done in 1968. Once I get to the site, I will cover it a little more, give you more details about what it is and the significance of it. And other people have come in here and done videos of this before, but one thing I haven't seen is there's a project called Project Adagio that was to follow Project Faultless, and it was canceled because of the failure of Project Faultless. And it looks like there's still a lot of stuff that was left behind, so I'm gonna ride in there today and see what I can find. So I believe it's I think it's about 8 miles in here to the site. So I'm doing a bit of driving here before I get to the spot. I'm coming up on the Project Faultless site here in a few minutes. So as you can see, there's a drive down into a valley. I was wrong earlier about being 8 miles, and it's actually 12 miles from the highway to the Project Faultless site. Is 12 miles. Another hot one today. It's about 80 Fahrenheit right now. I don't doubt it's going to go up to at least 90 today, if not more. Yesterday I was up on a butte beside Tonopah Test Range, and seemed to have gotten a bit of sunstroke and sunburn, even though I had piled on the sunscreen. So these ridges, mountains on the other side of this Project Faultless site still have snow on them, so they may keep those snow on the peaks until all summer, year round. So this is a spot where my mic started failing, so I'm going to dub some audio over these sections. Operation Crosstie was a series of 48 nuclear tests conducted by the United States in '67 and 1968 at the Nevada test site. These tests followed the Operation Latchkey series and preceded the Operation Bowline series. Oh, we got some other tourists here. Project Faultless.
Project Faultless test was a calibration test conducted in a mine cavity 3,200 feet beneath the Hot Creek Valley near Tonopah, Nevada, with a yield around 1 megaton. This test was conducted to see if the land was fit for testing a 5 megaton thermonuclear warhead for the Spartan missile. The tests failed because of the large degree of faulting that resulted in the area around the test. The land upheaved 15 feet, then the land collapsed up to 10 feet. It was decided the land was unfit for multi-megaton nuclear tests. The 7.4-foot diameter steel pipe that was used to place the bomb remains at the test site. The top of the pipe was originally flush with the surface. A plaque is mounted on the exposed pipe to commemorate the event.
Well, it turns out the tourists aren't tourists. They're contractors are the ones that actually test these wells here in the red boxes I was pointing out earlier. So I had a long chat with a gentleman there. He was wondering what I was doing, and I was wondering what he was doing. So yeah, they come and they test the groundwater in these wells for, he said a number of things, but one of them is radiation. So yeah, they have to constantly make sure that the radioactive content underground is leaching into the groundwater. He said a number of things, so I'm assuming they test for the petroleum that's all over in this area, and he confirmed that it was actually drilling mud. these signposts and signs that say petroleum impacted soil is exactly what I thought it was. It's from the drilling mud they used. So this whole area is contaminated with it, which I guess back in the day they didn't care a whole lot, but they're a lot more conscientious now. So yeah, he said there was about 8 or 10 of them there. I didn't want to video them, but he said they're contractors for the Department of Energy. So a lot of what I survived was exactly right. So yeah, and I talked to him a bit about he's called it UC3, which is the site that didn't, the canceled test that was south of this site, Project Adagio, which like I said, he referred to as UC3. So he says they have testing to do there as well. So it's kind of cool.
Project Adagio. A second test was even assigned the code name Adagio. The size of the Adagio drill hole suggests that it was planned to be a test in the multi-megaton range, 3 or perhaps 4 megatons. The largest underground test ever conducted by the US was 5 megaton Kannakin in 1971 in Amchitka, Alaska. On the screen now you can see some links for more information, and these links will also be in the description.